So I know I haven't made any vlogs for a while just because I know they're all extremely boring. I have pretty much nothing going on. So I thought, since it's come up quite a bit, that I would read you a speech I wrote about autism. It's come up a lot because, well, recently we have a close family friend who I think is like a college lecturer, and she was wondering if she could get a copy of this speech to, I think, like, show to her like students or something. I can't really remember. Just something to do with college. So I thought I might read it to you, since everyone's been saying how good it is, the perspectives it shows, and also I apologise for the weird camera angle. My phone hasn't been balancing very well on this table, so I've had to like prop it up. Sorry. So I'll just read you my speech now. Weirdo, freak, they need serious help. These are just a few of the things I've heard about autistic people. While autism isn't contagious, a burden, or needs to be cured, it just needs to be understood. As you may or may not know, autism allows an entirely different view of life, allows people to see things in ways you can't even begin to comprehend, but doesn't allow us to be normal. And yes, I understand that I said us. I have lived a whole 15 years with this disease, half of that time being unaware, and suffering from the devastating yet amazing side effects, as do many others in the world. And yet I am able to stand up here and talk to you now. Do you think we're still not normal? The diagnosis, the one moment where it all makes sense. After numerous years of being treated like an outsider, not being able to make sense of the world around you, and therefore being rejected by your peers, all it took was a little test. Your brain is your jailer, your punisher, your downfall. Wishing that all the whispering, backtalk and accusations were all but gone now seems like a wonderful dream once more. Seems that 1 out of 100 people live like this, seeing the world entirely differently to you, and they don't know why, until that one moment. You're floating away from humanity, further away than before, further and further, until you are no longer visible to others. You have become it. Weirdo, loser, and loner. And you find that you will never be able to get yourself back. The symptoms: booms, bangs, slams, and even whispers cause pain. Sounds reach out and tear at your ears until you are blinded and deafened by noise, unable to function. You begin to lose control of your actions, your mind, and your life as you try to deter this fiend, however that may be rocking, crying, shouting, or fiddling. But why these actions, you ask? Honestly, even I don't know. The brain seems to start controlling all aspects of your body, like a puppeteer demonstrating his trade. We fear the earth and all that inhabit it. We need structure, stability, silence. There are those who say we are statues, ghosts, hollow shells, beings who have no emotions, feel nothing for anyone. That's a lie. We feel everything. We cannot function in new or stressful environments, such as riding a roller coaster, dancing at a party, even such tasks as doing a speech in front of one person. For those of us who can talk, whose voices aren't trapped within their mind cell, we confront these experiences with a sense of terror and dread, preparing to fail. So I beg you, be quiet and leave us be. The help. There are many people in the world who are willing to understand, most likely in the form of groups and through social events. Though this may contradict all my previous statements of sociability being as difficult as flying a plane. But these events are optional, giving us the power to decide, something I fear people like us have had a lack of. Within these events, I see many different personalities, the softly spoken, much like myself, who dare not even break the sound barrier with their whisper-like voices, nor their brains inner thoughts. To the confident ones, those who have no shame in being who they are, expressing their deepest desires, thoughts, dreams. They are a joy to appreciate, even if their voice is tearing you, scarring your eardrums. There are also the helpers, kindly and softly asking if you are okay or need anything. You are normal in a world that ordinarily sees you as different or strange or simply unlucky. But I count myself fortunate every day, knowing that I have as much help as I can get. I am heard and I am seen, unlike some of us. The parents, the warriors in life's battle, the battle of autism. No one struggles more than they do. For most of us, the lucky ones, we are lights that will never be extinguished in our parents' eyes. She is her own self. She isn't ill. The explanatory swords that cut down the monsters in this world, wielded by the accepting, loving and caring protectors of those who simply cannot protect themselves. However, even though there are a great deal of these benevolent guardians in the world, there are the others, the ones who ally themselves with the monsters, who only see one side, one way, one type of life, believing that their child is no better than an animal, a thing, that we choose to be like this, that medicine that has saved countless lives is the spreader of this epidemic. Children being told that they are messed up, sick and unnatural from the very ones who are supposed to shield their children from these hateful comments. Would you like it if your parents did it to you? We are all different, unique and special in our own ways. However we choose to express it, autism is part of our personality. It is us. So what would we be without it? A hollow shell of what we are. A robot conforming to every social requirement that, in this day and age, makes you normal. Going to parties, drinking, and many other vices I do not care to list. There is no cause and no cure for autism, though a vast multitude of theories have been put forward. For all we know, autism could be hereditary, more power in our brains, or possibly the next step in the evolution of mankind. We are as clueless as a dog that chases its own tail, but whatever you choose to think, autism should be celebrated and accepted. We are all around you, and just like you, deserve to be seen, heard, and be seen as normal. That speech got me a distinction in English, because you have to write a speech in order to be entered for your GCSEs, and I think the level of marking goes from fail, pass, merit, distinction, so it's the highest mark. Everyone's been really proud of me for writing that speech, so I am myself. So thank you for listening, and that's all I have to say. Thank you.